Hey folks, wanted to make a video today. Been getting a lot of questions in regards to ACX. And I think one of the most pertinent questions is how do you select a book to record on ACX? And I'm not talking about the books that you get paid straight out for, but how do you create some ongoing revenue by actually doing royalty deals? Basically, whereby you get 50% of the royalties from the books that are sold. And it can be kind of tricky, and it could be one of those things where you want to test out and try. But for me, it's been one of those things that has become over the past, I don't know, 8 to 10 months, something that's pretty substantial and pretty lucrative. Now, the thing that I want you to be aware of is that when you're doing royalty deals and when you're searching for these books, you want to get, excuse me, you want to get at least 20 books under your belt. That's when the math starts really working in your favor. So you can do, what I've done over the past 16 months, if you want to call it that, a little bit, maybe a little bit shorter than that, I've done 14 audiobooks. And so my revenues each month are becoming more and more because of the way that I select the books that I decide to do royalty deals for, and so on. And now, be extremely careful. I think that a lot of people want that quick money. If you can get $200 per finished hour or whatever, or even if you're offered $200 per finished hour, it's one of those things where you really have to make a decision looking down the road, not just at the quick money. There's always a reason to go ahead and do a straight payout for a book, but you want to do some research on your book. And let me just show you how to do that. Sitting here on ACX's page, you want to make sure that you log into your ACX account. You hover over search, and then you want to go to titles accepting auditions. Now, there are a lot of different types of books, obviously, that you can look. So I want to go look at the genre first and click off of any if you have any up there, and look at the genres that speak to you, that you believe you'd have a good time or have some fun doing. So I'm going to go ahead and click on business. I'm going to click on mysteries and thrillers. I'm going to click on science fiction, fantasy, self-development, and we'll just take those four for now. And then what I want to do is I want to go over here and I want to click on the project rate. Now, what I want to do is royalty share. And this is particular. Now, obviously, you can see what books are paying what, and you can audition for whatever it is you want. But this particular video is going to focus in on how you need to pick the books that you're going to do royalty shares for. So I'm going to teach you that. And so based on the genres that I've picked and saying that I want to do royalty share only, you can see the genres that I've picked. And there's one more, it's just not showing here, and that it's all royalty share. Now, let's take a look at, let's see, Darkest of Storms, Wood's Revenge, a Mac Travis adventure. Let's click on this. And we're going to use this as an example. Basically, we're looking at about, 8 hours length. So you're probably going to be looking at about anywhere from 12 to 16 hours recording time to completely finish that. It's a 75,000 word count. Now, the first thing that I want to look at, the only thing that I want to look at is the Amazon rating. And so I'm going to visit this title on Amazon. And herein lies a big part of, if you want to call it the secret, this is it. I look at the title, and there's a couple of things that I want to look at. I want to look at, okay, Amazon's giving me a pop-up. Let's take that away. I want to look at, is this book selling? This number right here, this number here is number 5, number 6, and is number basically 1,847. This is a book that you would want to audition for and do a royalty fee for. I can tell that already, and I'm going to give you a couple reasons why. If this number was in the millions, it's a no-go. Basically what I look at, I'll look at books anywhere from about, if they're in this particular range, I'll look at about maybe as high as 100,000. And for these rankings, my goodness, it's number 5 in men's adventure, number 6 in travel, number 6 in, it's got outstanding rankings already. So, but if these numbers are high, again, this number here, if it's over 100,000, I'm not looking. I'm not looking at it. These numbers here, they've got to be in the low thousands to hundreds, but this book is hot. I may go ahead and audition for that one today. Now, this book has 17 reviews. You normally want to look at a book that has at least 20 reviews on it. And let's see, we'll look at, because a lot of these, sometimes the reviews are going to be from mom and dad, cousins, friends, so on and so forth. So you don't just want to rely on that. And then you're just taking a look at some of the reviews and things of that nature. Okay, now a couple of red flags are going up for me on this book. One of them being the reviews all seem to be done on the same day. February 27th, February 27th, February 27th. All of them seem to be February 27th. Let's see all verified purchased reviews. That means these are people that have actually reviewed it. But again, February 27th. Okay, so, and now with this being showing 2 reviews, verified purchases, there have only been 2 verified purchases of this book. Now, let's see all 17 reviews. Yeah, this is giving me some pause. This is giving me a little bit of pause because all of these reviews came in, and let's go to the next one, came in on February 27th. I'm not liking that. Not liking that at all. Let's see if there's any saving grace in this, and let's go back to the actual title page. Okay, so there's 17 custom reviews, but I'm not trusting the reviews. So I've got to look at other things that may, let's see, now the publication date was on the 27th. Okay, February 27th. That, my goodness, that's today. I'm recording this video on February 27th. So this book actually went out today. I'm going to let this go for a while. And I'm going to tell you why. It's too new. It's just too new. The numbers are good, but a lot of times you can get some spikes. Now, also what I want to check is this author. I want to check the author to see if there are other books that he's written, and there are. Okay, so he's written a couple of books, and I'm just going to pick one at random here. Woods Reach. All right, Woods Reach, and I'm going to look at the reviews here. Again, outstanding here as far as the numbers, low numbers as far as it's got a pretty high sales rank to go on that, and 98 reviews. Now that looks a lot better. This book was done on July 12th. So let's just look. July 19th. Now this looks a whole lot better. Even he's got some reviews up into this year, into January. So now, by taking a look at the books that he's done before, especially a book that's done over a year ago, and to see that he still has these nice rankings, I'm not so threatened by going back and doing his brand new book that he has out now. One, because I've seen he's got other books out. Let's check another one at random here. Tides, what is this? Fortune, Pirate Tides of Fortune, Book 1. This one has 80 customer reviews. Let's go down here and look at the sales. Nice. Nice. All of these are nice. So I know that I'm going to generate some revenue each month by doing the audiobook just by taking a look at those numbers. So what I'm going to do is this would be a book that I would go ahead and narrate on a royalty deal. This particular one that he has available on Amazon right now, which is Wood's Revenge, a Mac Travis adventure, nautical thriller series, book 7. I would do this book on a royalty deal. The thing that I want you to be aware of, again, there's a couple of things. You want to make sure that you're picking books that have good rankings on Amazon. If they haven't been able to sell any books in print or on Kindle, they're probably not going to really be doing any sales on Audible either or through Amazon. So that's what you want to in particularly check out, is that you're picking books with high rankings on Amazon. Now, if we can go, and I hate picking on people, but I've got to try and find one here that may not be such a good fit. Let's track this one down. A Wall Street Bailout, and I can quickly look. 19 ratings, 3.8 on Amazon. Let's take a quick look at the sales ranking on this one. Not bad, but it's not in, let's see, let's make sure everything loads up here. The ranking here is not bad. It's at 14,000, so he's had some good sales and 19 reviews. But what I want to show you is one that does not have what I would call good rankings, and one that I would not do. And I'm just going around picking at random here. Okay, here's one. There's 0 rankings on Amazon for this particular book. And again, the first thing I want to do is I want to view this title on Amazon to see what's been going on with this. So this book was put out April 10th, or hardcover. It's not even April 2017, so I'm not sure of that date. But anyway, let's take a look, go down. See, this is a no-go. It's in the 2 millions. That's not a book that you want to do on royalty fee basis, because you're not going to make any money. There have been no sales. You can always go back and again, if you want to dig a little deeper into the author, go back and see if there's any other books. Okay, there are no other books from this author. This is pretty much their first time out, so they have no track record of making sales for their books. So again, the thing that you want to look at when trying to figure out the types of books that you want to narrate specifically for a royalty deal on Amazon, you want to make sure that this author has other books that have sold. That's going to be key, because this is about you making money. Let's just be honest. This is about you making money. So you want to make sure that this author has a track record of making those sales. You want to make sure that they have high sales. You don't want to go in anything that's in the millions. You want to make sure, and I'll go back over here once again to kind of show you what I mean by that. You want to make sure that this number is low. You want this number to be low. The lower, the better. If it's over 100,000, I'm not even looking. These numbers are outstanding. This author also has other books that have very high sales in Kindle and in print, I believe. So this is a book that I will go ahead and take a chance on narrating for a royalty fee. And everything is done right through ACX, so you'll know that you're going to get paid and everything's tracked. And that way, and this is how you develop ongoing revenue. And I think this is a key part of this. This is ongoing revenue. They're going to continue to promote their books. People are going to continue to find their books, and they're going to continue to buy those books. The audiobook industry is just growing. It's growing. People from all walks of life buy audiobooks all the time for a plethora of different reasons. But these are the ways, this is the way that you want to make sure that you get paid for the work that you do. And quite frankly, through making some very good royalty deals, you can make more money than you would make just getting paid straight out. But it's up to you. But this is a long game. It's not a short game. And like I said, you're not going to start seeing significant revenues coming in, and I'm talking about in the thousands of dollars, until you hit about 20 to 25 books. Once you hit that number of 20 to 25 books, it's basically just you're getting paid on all these books that are coming in and being sold. And you keep building up that library, if you will. You keep building up that resume of books. You keep building up that income because of the number of books that you do, doing things on a royalty fee basis smartly, doing them in a way that makes sense. The way that I'm trying to show you here is going to significantly add to your voiceover revenues that you're able to generate. So I hope this makes sense. I hope that get this out of the way here. I got some stuff coming here. Anyway, I hope all of that makes sense for you. So if you have any questions, please let me know, and I'll be happy to answer them. You have a great day.